Hey everybody, welcome back. Thank you for tuning in. This is Matt from the Open Economy Initiative. I'm here today with Chill, also from the OPI, and Farooq Ahmed, who is the leader of the Bitcoin Association of Pakistan, one of the largest or the largest community there, and also an organizer of Bitcoin Dubai. And he's been kind enough to give us a little bit of time today and update us on what the community there in Pakistan's doing, and just give us some more info on sort of updates and what's happening that side of the world. As you know, most of us have really really no idea. We have our little American bubble over here, and that's generally what the information comes from. So yeah, with that, I'm gonna turn it over to you and just ask, Farouk, and ask, how are things going over there, and what I guess, yeah, what have you guys been up to lately?
Yeah, thanks. Thank you for having me on this meetup, uh, and I'm really glad to share some insights about the Bitcoin and blockchain community in Dubai and Pakistan, and I'm happy to talk about it. So things are actually going great since the 2017 bull run. Things getting starting heating up in all over the world, as you can see. So Bitcoin and blockchain in Dubai is like has always been the smartest adoption kind of city in the world. So they always wanna have latest technologies and everything they wanna have it implemented first. They wanna be the first to have anything that's beneficial, and they would become the first adopters of the technologies, or either it's anything else. So uh,
Yeah, they
about
have a lot of initiatives and
Mhm,
stuff like that, and they put a lot of money into yeah,
mhm,
developing technologies, emerging technologies, and implementing it and stuff like that. They try to
mhm,
stay at the cutting edge for
mhm,
sure.
mhm. And about Pakistan, it's kind of a different situation, completely different from other worlds. It's like a underdeveloping country, so there's a lot of scam, and then frauds, and then adoption. Black money coming in, money laundering. So, but overall, the we hear from different companies the biggest miners. I was the other day I was in a meeting with the via BDC, the biggest Chinese miners, and they said that we track IPs, and we see where the mine is coming from. So they said we see a lot of uh, miners coming in from Pakistan, and I was shocked. How is this happening? Like Pakistani government's been enforcing and shutting down operations in Pakistan, but they said we see a lot of traffic and a lot of new miners in Pakistan. So I was like, oh wow,
Hmm.
that's yeah,
Interesting. And
yeah.
that's just, I mean, the I guess, how are people using Bitcoin in Pakistan? I mean, is it like being used for commerce, or is it more just like a way to um, like get money outside of the country, or is it being used kind of internally for like trading and things like that? Or what's the situation with the currency there? That's maybe the
Yeah.
better place to start.
Mhm. Yeah, there are different kind of use cases that people have found with Bitcoin and this new industry. First, that there's money laundering is the biggest problem here. So people want to move money. There's a lot of really big black markets, and the one use case that people have found is they can convert their money into Bitcoin, and then they can send it out everywhere. There are a lot of politicians and a lot of other people that they have investments in other countries, developed countries like Dubai and UK. So they always like they grab earn their money from here, and they send it out and they invest in other countries. So it's been like a really great solution for them. They can just convert it and then pass it to Bitcoin, and then they can take it over and do whatever they want. And the other thing is like there's a lot of scam and frauds going on with uh, you can say people with not rich with less money. They want to get rich quick, and so they get into this. People like the other smart people, they're marketing it like get rich quick schemes. So in 2017 we saw like um, a lot of different ICOs, and other people came in here. Their roots were from UK, British nationals, Pakistani actually, and they came here and they started their own ICOs and just copied their some kind of software or something,
Oh
and then
no.
they they marketed their coins, and they like said you were buying Bitcoin, and they were selling them like other things, people don't know.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, it was like really fascinating, and I was really wondering how is this like they're like just robbing people. So it became like really big. So I was hearing stories and people telling me like we bought this coin, one coin, pot coin. I'm not sure what other names uh, they have. Yeah, and they bought it, and they don't even know where they exist. They have no tracking. They have no phone, or they just kind of a referral program or something. They have like a representatives in the country, and they would go to individual people and they would say them like, if you invest 10,000 PKRs or 50,000, and you would get in 3 months you would get like 300,000 or something like that. And people
I've heard those pitches before.
yeah, people got in, poor people, like I would say like innocent people, they got in, and and a year later or 6 months later they found out they've been robbed and scammed. So the government, after that, these situations happened, and government saw that it's really bad for people, right? So that is why they started. Before 2017, it was completely legal. It was Pakistan. We can trade Bitcoin. We have had exchanges here. A lot of operations going on. We have been like people been mining Bitcoin in northern areas where it's like weather is cold. Uh, After that, these scams and these stories came out on media, and the government shut down operation, and State Bank of Pakistan passed a law, and they said like it's illegal to market, trade, hold, or anything related to Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, and ICOs. It is illegal in Pakistan. So after that, things got a little bit harder. But instead of that, everything's government doing, people adoption hasn't stopped. It's increasing.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's so that's interesting. So it's illegal. Uh,
Mhm.
Bitcoin is illegal in Pakistan, and you are the leader of the Bitcoin Association of Pakistan. So is that, I guess, what is it's not illegal to just meet about it and talk about it, I'm assuming, or is it?
Yes, yes, it's not. But we kind of trick it down. Like a little bit. We say like we don't uh, buy, trade, or encourage anyone to invest in crypto. Or we don't do ICO. We don't do that stuff. What we do is we teach people about the technology behind Bitcoin. That's blockchain. So we have like a little bit different motive about teaching. So, as you know, that Pakistan is the biggest top IT services providers in the world, after and India and Afghanistan and Pakistan. They're like biggest IT services provider. So we have a lot of like annual billions of dollars in revenues from selling IT services. So there's a lot of young people, computer scientists and software developers. They work here remotely with other companies from all over the world, and they got paid in USD, and they dollars coming in here, and government is really happy about that. So we focus on that. We we help them, individuals and other startups, to learn about the technology and provide services. So it's kind of it separates us from like investing and other that regulations and that bans. So
Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, that's okay. Okay. Yeah, I was interested to hear how how that worked. How so what I mean, what's like one of your who shows up to the meetings, I guess? Is this mostly the younger IT crowd, like you mentioned, or is it kind of everybody, like people from different ages in life and different careers in life, or
no, just young people. Like 90% of people are young. They have like university graduates, and they are like involved in the internet kind of things. Not older people, or they don't care about it. They don't even know what this is. So mostly 90%, more than 90% are young people. They have like studying in university, and they have heard about it, and they understand a little bit about it. So they come there in the meetups, and they are interested to learn, but they don't have the right knowledge. They think like exactly what's been injected into their minds in 2017, like scams and ICOs. They always ask us about how we can get rich, how we can invest in
ah,
ICOs. And yeah, we can buy some tokens, we can buy some coins, and then we're rich, right? So that kind of stuff. So we teach them like, no, it's not like that. You need to learn the technology, you need to learn the infrastructure, you need to learn a lot of things. So we focus on that.
right. Yeah, no, and that's incredibly valuable. That's yeah, we face a little bit of that, or a little more than a little bit of that here too. I think people are initially attracted by all of the dollar signs and getting
Mhm.
rich, and then, when they actually learn about it, it's like, oh my gosh, this is really actually cool and has a ton of revolutionary potential, and that's why most people stick around. But yeah, they definitely come in for the quick buck sometimes.
Yeah, and one more thing
Do
I would
you
like to
see,
add.
go
What's
Please
that?
on.
go ahead. Please go ahead.
I had a question. Do you see Pakistan, I mean the government, working on any type of regulation or regulatory framework to kind of take Bitcoin out of the legal zone and to create a framework around it? Is there anything going on in that direction?
Yeah, government of Pakistan and State Bank of Pakistan, they actually, they had no idea what this is. They invited IT, biggest, largest IT corporations heads, and they asked them to tell us about more about the new technology and how we can regulate this. But I think they are nowhere near to make regulations. They need years, more years and years to study, and then pass regulations and make it completely legal. But one thing I would like to say is government has completely banned Bitcoin in 2017, 2018 April. Uh, State Bank of Pakistan passed a paper, and they said to all the banks that you cannot involve in the trading activities, or if there are any activities, you should shut it down, and you should track it down, and you should report to the government. But there are exchanges like peer-to-peer exchanges, local Bitcoins, Paxful, and we see that a lot of people in Pakistan, they are trading there. They they sell Bitcoin. I don't know where the liquidity come from, but the traffic is increasing, and it's like Binance. We also heard that there's a lot of trading activities, especially coming from Pakistan. It's you can search on Google, and you can see like Pakistan is in the top of the list in trading activities and also in mining operation. But it's under the hood. It's not what we see. The numbers we see, actually they are not correct, but the actual numbers are way more than that. So
that's awesome. So the adoption is happening, but it's really happening out of sight because obviously it's illegal. If they were just doing it out in the open, then they'd get in trouble. Interesting. That's yeah. I don't. So the government. So you don't see the government legalizing it anytime soon.
Yeah, I don't think within the next 5 years it's gonna happen. It would take more than that.
Okay.
Yeah, but we would see a lot of companies coming in. People are finding ways, to play in the market, and people always do. So
yeah, that's the beauty of the technology, is it's uncensorable. So if you can, if you're if someone's motivated enough to want to participate in it, they definitely can, and they obviously are, and pretty large numbers. So that's really cool to hear. Did you have a question, Chill?
No, that was my question. Go Packy crypto fam.
We have less data about adoption, and no one has real data about Pakistan. But some companies, like some mining companies, Chinese, Binance, and mining company via BDC and FT Pool, they have a lot of data about real data, how things are going in Pakistan. They are really interested to take initiative. They want to have we set up a lot of meetings with miners, and they said we want to expand in Pakistan. We want to sell. We want to onboard people, individuals or groups to mine Bitcoin on our network. So
so they're okay. So the Chinese mining companies have identified the Pakistan crypto community as like an emerging market that they want to get a slice of.
Yeah, and we've been touching with American companies, and I've been talking with a lot of people, and they don't have the idea what the Chinese have. So Chinese are very much interested to invest and participate, and have the to get into the market. But U.S. companies, they don't have that, I think, the idea. They don't want to. Maybe they are more busy in other countries. They have priorities, but it's just it is what it is.
Yeah. Yep.
It's so messy. Sounds like.
Yeah, it sounds like there's a lot of different things going on, for sure.
Yes, exactly. So should we talk about something about Dubai?
Yeah, I think that's a good transition. I guess how is it different maybe in Dubai versus Pakistan, or what's interesting that's happening in Dubai that you think we should know about? Either one of those, whatever one you prefer.
Okay, Dubai is it's not completely legal in Dubai. The Bitcoin and crypto trading and it's not completely, it's but great. They don't ban operations, and they don't say it's completely legal. So it's in the middle kind of a thing. So there are a lot of startups, mostly Chinese companies with blockchain. They have they've done their ICOs and founded some smaller markets. One company, HTC, I was in Dubai in like 2019, and I met with this Chinese company, and they call their chain halal chain, and they are focusing on Islamic halal food, and they wanna have it, track it down, what's halal and what's haram. It's in Islam, and Dubai is Islamic state, and people want to know if the food we are eating is halal or haram, so they prefer halal food. So they said their motive is to we track it down, food manufacturing and everything on chain, and so people can check end product if it's like completely legal, halal, and where it came from, so on a blockchain. So that kind of smart solutions are coming in Dubai, and most of companies are Chinese. They're investing a lot of money in there because they see quick adoption, and government is friendly.
Yep.
They provide platform. They provide they have these smartest system for regulations, for everything. So it's easier. It's much easier to go to Dubai and found a company and start the operation. It will be really smooth. As compared to other companies, as compared to Pakistan. If you come in Pakistan, if any company, they don't even understand where to start. They don't see steps. If they want to go to government, or how they can found a company, it's not there's no platform. So it's like a completely messed up situation here. But Dubai is really smooth, smart, and innovative, and they invite. Their motive is like, come here, invest, earn money, and help us earn more, help us help people, and help us expand. And they're interested in innovation and like modern cities, and smart cities and buildings, a lot of development and other stuff.
Yeah, well, they're very big. Dubai has gone very, very big on blockchain, which not really cryptocurrency or Bitcoin, but the blockchain buzzword. I mean, it's kind of plastered over a lot of the entrepreneurial investor. Come here, start your company. There's looking at the website, and Chill can we'll put the link in the description down below. But yeah, they have a bunch of different kind of future-looking initiatives, one of which is blockchain. And I think that's what you mentioned about the regulation and the the government being friendly to it and having a framework of like how you can come and do it. I mean, that means so much. If you have that in place, I mean, then the companies, that's a lot less risk for the company to come there, invest, and start in something like that sounds what you were describing, like supply chain tracking for food products to determine if it's halal or haram. And yeah, so I mean that makes sense. They want to be at the front of it, but they're still not super friendly with the currency side of it. It's more just like the back end blockchain tech. They think that's useful, right?
Yeah, I think the information is like outdated. It was in 2017, 2016, but after the bull run and the bear market, like we were facing, people had time to think about it. Companies, they were thinking in 2017 when no one was sure what crypto is, what Bitcoin is, and what use cases we can find it. Just, it was hype. And every industry, they want to, company or corporation, they wanted to dive in, and they said they, use the word blockchain. They used the word blockchain, and their stock prices went high, and they were like into the market, So, but now in the past 2 years, they've been thinking, and it's been changing. It's changed already, and they now starting to think. it doesn't matter. Some companies or some businesses, they don't even need a blockchain. What they
Right.
need is a payment, an open blockchain and payment network that they can use. They don't know, they don't have to have a centralized and a blockchain, you know, that's like kind of a intranet. No one would use it. Just their community and their people, they are familiar, they are some way connected to that specific business. So it's gonna change in next couple of years. They're gonna find out. It doesn't matter if we build a blockchain or not. What matters is to, like, if you can say it simply, just integrate Bitcoin. Right?
That's where you see the real value. Like everybody's trying to get in on the blockchain hype, but they don't fully understand it. And so in your opinion, within a couple of years, they're going to realize, oh, we should just use Bitcoin as like a payment rail, and that'll solve the problem that we're trying to solve with the blockchain buzzword.
Exactly. Like Emirates Airline, you know, they have the biggest network of Skyward miles, right? They have like 25 million users, Skyward's mile users, and they get rewarded some kind of tokens and miles when they travel and when they use their services, hotels or car rentals. Instead, Emirates Airlines was thinking like we create a blockchain and we convert that Skyward's miles and old system to a blockchain. But now I think they're finding it like if you know, it would be more easier. They just, you know, starting like sats back reward in Bitcoin. It will be much better. Right,
I'd
people
prefer
are
that.
telling, yeah, you know, if we're getting sats back rewards, like I'm traveling and I'm getting like 20,000 sats on my flight, I would really prefer it. It will be like connected ultimately globally, and new users and new you know, markets coming in. So
Yeah.
it's much better than having a blockchain and intranet that is not very useful and that restricts you, that's centralized. So there's a lot
Right.
of difference.
Interesting. Oh, that's cool. I think, yeah, I mean, the next few years, that's kind of what we've been asking a lot of the people we're interviewing is, you know, where do you see what do you see in the future? Where do you see it going? And it sounds like in Pakistan, it's going to still be a bit of a muddy waters with the government probably not legalizing it, but a lot of people getting into the mining and you know, learning more about it. I mean, are you seeing some big growth in your attendance or new members coming into the Bitcoin Association for Pakistan?
Yeah, it's been a little bit slowed down. I don't know if it was COVID or something
Well,
else,
yeah.
but yeah. But you know, the people that we are in touch, the communities, the members, we've seen some mining operations got shut down by government in past couple of months. One of the guy I was in touch, he was running an operation in northern area of Pakistan, and he had that wind you know, energy set up, and then he was mining Bitcoin with another friend. Government FBI got in and they shut it down and they you know, arrested him. But I don't know if it's out or he's out or not. But government is really, you know, tracking it down, and Pakistani secret agencies are really strong. Their cybercrime network is pretty strong. They track it down from Facebook and Twitter. So it's really, you know.
Oh, wow. Okay.
We would say it's bad, you know, but. We say that like government should track down scams, frauds, but
Yeah.
as soon as possible, it would be really better if they get regulations done for trading. You know, if they don't, or if they do, people not gonna stop. It's not gonna stop. So it would be better. We've been in touch with state bank and other government sectors that we want to help them understanding the market and how regulations would come in, and how it would be better to have it. We also showed them that, like India, Pakistan always every law that passes in India is like they mirror it from India.
Yeah, there's a lot of well, this is my outside perspective, so forgive my ignorance here, but there seems to be a lot of competition between India and Pakistan, and there's a contested region that there's a lot of issues around, and so it's kind of like in my mind, they're kind of rivals, but they want to make sure that like India is not doing something that we're missing out on, and then India is the same thing. Like, what's Pakistan doing? We want to make sure we're, that's how it appears to me as an American. So I don't know if that's accurate or not.
It's pretty much accurate. India would ban crypto, and the month later, Pakistan would shut down an operation in a mining operation in Pakistan. So India would legalize crypto, but Pakistan is nowhere to legalizing it. They are still thinking. We been in touch and people, and we said them like India has legalized it, and so should you. Think
Right.
about it.
Right. They're going to get all this advantage and we're going to miss out.
Yeah, exactly. So it's pretty true. They like competing with it. They don't know like if it's a good thing or bad thing. They're just competing.
Gotcha. Well, yeah, I think we covered a lot here. I'm just trying to take a sec here and make sure we didn't miss anything. So it's very, very different situations in Dubai versus Pakistan. I think Pakistan sounds more exciting. I mean, it's more kind of like the Wild West, where it's basically like the government's kind of running around trying to like stop mining here, stop this, stop the scams, but like the adoption is happening. Like it's just going to happen, and it's going to kind of keep happening. And so in your mind, you're hoping the government will regulate it and get a bit more friendly towards it, because otherwise, I mean, they're just going to be spending all this time and money, stopping people from just mining it who aren't doing anything scammy or hurting people. And so, I mean, that would obviously be the best outcome. And then on the other side is Dubai, where they're actually they don't even know quite what they're getting into. They're just hearing blockchain and emerging technology and like, I want to use that. How do we use it?
Yeah, and there's a difference. Like Pakistan has the biggest population, like fourth biggest populated country in the world, and Dubai is nowhere like in Lahore.
Right.
I mean, I'm currently in Lahore, and complete UAE population is less than Lahore's population. Can you imagine that?
So one city.
Yeah, exactly. So Pakistan is really big, and it's a huge market. It's a huge market. If even like I would say 10% or maybe less than 10% adoptions coming in Pakistan, that would be much greater than
millions and millions and millions of people.
Exactly. Other smart countries, whole Dubai, if complete 100% of Dubai is like using Bitcoin and blockchain and adopted, it will be still lower than the adoption in Pakistan if 10% or less than 10% Pakistan is into the industry.
So we need to keep our eye on Pakistan and what's going on there, because it sounds like, yeah, people are receptive to it, and you guys are going to just keep finding ways to sort of make it work, and hopefully the government starts to understand that not all of it's bad. Like, yes, there are some people doing bad things with it, but it's not like all bad.
Yeah, exactly. So
well, okay. I mean, I think that's probably a good place to maybe start wrapping it up. Is there anything that you want to share with us, Farooq, that we didn't cover, or did we get most of it? Cover most of it?
Yeah, I think we covered most of it. So last thing I would say about this, the beauty of this technology is Bitcoin is inevitable. You know,
Amen.
no one can stop it. No government,
Amen.
yeah, ban it, or they try to shut it down. It's not gonna stop. People want it. They know the benefits. So it's gonna
It's coming.
grow. Yeah, it's coming. No one can stop it. So that's the bottom line.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, we're gonna have to check back in with you here and get an update, because it sounds like, I mean, it's moving fast. The Chinese investments coming in, and they're trying to get a slice of the pie. So there's lots. I'm sure there's lots of stuff going on like every single day, like in other areas too. So we'll have to make sure we get you on here again. And yeah, really appreciate you spending some time with us. This is very informative, and I learned a lot. I had no idea kind of what the situation there was, or how it was being treated. So yeah, I thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you very much for listening to and sharing the information to the world about Pakistan. It's very hard to get the words out. So I really appreciate you listening to, and you're gonna tell your community about
Yeah.
what's happening at the other side of the world.
Yeah, well, I mean, the way we see it is, we're all part of crypto, and we're all part of the cryptocurrency and the blockchain community, and that, just like Bitcoin, that goes over international borders and country borders. So, I mean, it's fun to see what our, the Pakistani crypto family is up to. I think is kind of how we look at it. We want to see what everybody's doing everywhere, and then try and build a global picture of how it's coming and how it's emerging. And yeah, I mean, that's real exciting stuff. So appreciate your time very much. Is there anything chill on your end before we wrap it up?
I just want to say, let's create the open economy we all deserve, even in Pakistan. So go crypto fam.
Yeah, exactly. We the platform that this industry, the crypto and Bitcoin has given us, we are borderless, right? So we want to have a global one complete global network without countries, without borders. So we are all connected, and we want to see what's happening all over the globe. So
yep, we're in the same boat, and I think this was great. I know this was some great information that our community would be excited to hear about. And yeah, we'll definitely talk with you again. I'm sure of it. Yeah, until then, I hope you're safe and well, and staying healthy. And yeah, we appreciate your time. I think that's gonna do it for our session here. So thank you, Farooq, and
thank you very much.